السلام عليكم يا هلا وسهلا مرحبا بكم من جديد. Hello and welcome back to my channel. For any new subscribers, welcome. Thank you for joining us on our journey. Here I am set up in the car before I go into the building, but I want to let you all know what I'm doing. First, my name is Shamaila Khanam, and this is my homeschooling channel. However, we are on winter break. Here in the Carolinas, we usually get rain for our winters and maybe one day of snow around February. So that is what you are seeing outside in the background, or probably hearing if it's not showing up on camera or running down the windows. That is the rain. I wanted to talk to you a bit today about, or actually vlog with you, to show you what we do in my community or our community. Every winter break there is a winter rejuvenation session for ladies and men. Well, it's more so for ladies this year. The men do have their own program. It's a very light program, but the ladies it's like over the winter break we have more hours filled during the day for the ladies to come together daily and complete a certain amount of tasks on the schedule, which include, but are not limited to, arts and crafts, home economics, such as cooking or cleaning, or most importantly, how to read Holy Quran, understanding Holy Quran, understanding the basic laws and the rights of a Muslim woman, man, child, and others who are non-Muslim as well. Then I'm just going off the top of my head here, but I do want to take you along. So I'm sitting in the car right now. Oh, I didn't even realize, like, when my head is tilted back, the reflection's there. Sitting in the car right now, but I do want to bring you all along. Due to privacy reasons, and I don't really want to have to burden anyone by asking, hey, can I put you in my vlog? If someone voluntarily lets me know that they want to be on the vlog, then that's fine. But I will probably stick to just showing like the arts, crafts, or the Arabic, or the lesson that we're learning or going through. Just the rejuvenation sessions without so much showing you people. And I think if you have been on my channel long enough, you'll understand how I do that. So welcome to anyone new. Thank you for anyone who's been here for as long as you have been and haven't left. I appreciate it. And let's get started, inshallah.
Allah asked him, O Musa, what is in your hand? Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, replied, It is my stick, which is very helpful to me killing snakes, etc. Allah did not like this reply and said, You had trusted and relied more upon the stick than on me. Therefore, throw it on the ground so that your tawakkul becomes complete. The Sufis do not claim anything to be theirs, neither stick nor clothes. Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, was ordered to throw the stick away to show the world that one should not rely on anything that is not Allah, ghayr Allah. When Allah divulged this secret to Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, he told him to catch the snake, but it would not draw near to him. This order was given in view of the high station of messengerhood.
So you don't know what this one is? I have to ask you. It's terrible handwriting, by the way. I'm not sure you want it.
And how dignified and elegant his bearing was, most Sahaba could not look straight at him. Sayyidina Amr bin As, he testifies to this. He is one of the very top-notch Sahaba. He testifies to this and he says, I could not look at him directly because of the awe that he struck in me. And if you asked me to describe him, I would not be able to do it because I never took a firm look at him. So as we are sitting in this majlis, Sahaba Karam, radiallahu ta'ala anhum, when they sat in majlis of Nabi, they would sit like this with their hands lowered, so still that a bird could sit on their heads. During the hijrah of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he happened to pass a tent of a very hospitable lady named Aga, and she gave a beautiful, very eloquent physical description of Nabi. And one statement from her description is that she said he was the most beautiful of people when seen from afar, and the sweetest and fairest of them when seen up.
Oh my goodness, it is so dark. Eek, let me see. Okay. I don't know. Alright, this is really bad lighting, but my camera battery's dead. Like it's like down to 1 bar. It'll cut off. It'll probably cut off too soon as I get started. Anyway, assalamu alaikum. I came out to the car for just a moment. It's so early in the morning, but I came out to the car because I didn't want to vlog in front of everyone who's there right now. They are having a Holy Quran class, so while they're reading Quran and Majid, it'll just be really rude, disrespectful to sit there and like talk and vlog during the class. So I wanted to touch a few points, or basically come back to say, obviously it's another day from my initial video where I was saying I would bring you all along, but I just wanted to explain a few things. Okay, so this winter program is it's like a rejuvenation, both spiritually, mentally, and it's really it's for reminders or to rekindle what it is to be a Muslim and at the same time a homemaker. And you learn about business while you're learning how to read Holy Quran, or if you already know how to read Holy Quran, you learn about different sahih or authentic hadith or traditions of the Holy Last Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is all just to keep the spirit of Al-Islam revived. So basically, this is something that was established years ago. I'm almost sure it's over 30 years now, and I'm trying to remember the year that these programs started. But basically, my sheikh established these programs years ago, and it's just been carried on throughout generation after generation. And basically what we do here, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend I do this every single year, although the program is every single year. I don't come every single day. That's a bit difficult on me because I have to run my household, obviously, and I'm committed to my home first, so I run my home, and then when I can, I do show up for these programs. But it is really intense when it comes to learning Holy Quran or teaching Holy Quran, and teaching culinary arts and crafts, how to make bread from water and flour. Those are the base ingredients: water, flour, maybe a pinch of salt. Roll out the dough and then eventually cook it over the flame. It takes skill, it takes practice, and Allah bless the teachers who do this.
I do everything with my hand, but you can just pull this back and try to, with your rag, slowly turn it so that it gets your bread cooking. I can try to do better. So with your rag, you just want to kind of go like this, put this over the fire, and kind of try to work it out so this edge cooks, because that edge is not cooked at all. So go ahead. Try to, don't hit it hard. Don't hit it hard. Am I doing that? You always, when you're at this stage, you always want to check your bottom so that it's not burning. Generally, you would smell it, but okay. So you got it.
There are different classes like embroidery or ibra wal fatla, and where people are learning how to decorate or design or embroider their clothing or napkins, things like this. And it takes skills, but at the same time, it takes some talent, to make it come out looking a certain way. Then you have, let me see, I named Holy Quran already, Hadith, Uswai Rasul Yaqub sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or life stories of the Holy Last Messenger, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And when you're learning about his description, it's a beautiful description of how he looked, and sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It's ladies only in this area, and then there's a men's only in another area. So it's kind of like my husband and I have to swap out times that we're home. We have to basically swap out time so that someone's always home with our children. And what else? I feel like I'm missing something else. But I want to let you all see the footage or see how we do things. And it's okay. One of the main reasons why we come together like this is to revive the spirit of Al-Islam, right? And then when we go back to our respective locations, like everyone comes from, there's so many people who come from different states. So they come from all around, but we all have the same sheikh, and we follow the same, we're all from the same community, but we live in different states. So we'll come together, it's agreed upon. We all come together to one location, one central location, and we rejuvenate and we relearn things that may have been forgotten, or we implement certain things that need refreshers or reminders, things like that. Let me see. But we come together, and then when we go back to, sorry, when we go back to our respective locations, then we're supposed to teach there or spread the knowledge there. So let's say if you learn embroidery while you're here, or needle stitching, anything like that, or just whatever you've learned here, when you go back to your respectful location, you are supposed to teach it. You can rent a room at the library and hold your class there, a needlepoint class there, or let's just say an art class, or, well, you probably can't have a cooking class at the library, but I'm sure if you look into it, there are places that you can go, and let's say a soup kitchen, if you were to volunteer at a soup kitchen, and discuss there how to go about implementing a menu for adding, a new dish to the menu, for example. So there are so many things that we learn here during this winter program, and I have to, give props where they're due. My sheikh has really, there aren't enough words, because he's really brought to life culture. He's brought into our lives a culture that was once upon a time ripped from us, with our history of not being 100% sure where our roots lie or who our roots lie with. We are American Muslims, yes, but a lot of people may know their roots and their history and their heritage. And as far as I'm concerned, my sheikh has really brought that spirit of belonging. When you learn how to make food from your own hands, when you learn to grow food from your own hands, and you cook your own food and things like that, as opposed to fast food, and then you find out through all of these news articles, or through someone being sued, some company being sued because the food was not actually food, or eating processed food. I don't want to go too long about that, but when you learn how to do things with your own hands, sewing clothes and things like that, you become more appreciative of it. And then there's a certain culture, and it brings back, for women at least, I can only speak, as a female, there's a certain domestic, I wish I had one of the aunties here to speak with us, or to speak with me to you all. But there are domestic qualities that are naturally they're like dormant in us, and then when we come together for something like this, it really brings out those qualities. And it's kind of like a diamond in the rough, where the jeweler keeps keeps putting pressure on this rock, and then it turns into a diamond. I wish I knew the proper terms, you all. Oh my goodness. But I can't express how grateful I am for the opportunity to just be able to come and join, even if it's not every single day, but for a period of 2 weeks, 14 days, just to be able to come together. This is over the winter break, by the way. You know, we're not in school right now, but to be able to come together and see people I haven't seen in a while, or spend time with family members, extended family members, things like that. It's I can't find the right words for it, but I am very appreciative, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and that's why I really wanted to bring you all along, just so you can see, so you can have some idea of what we're doing. I hope this isn't too grainy, this footage, because like I said, I have to use my phone because my camera battery is about to die. But I really appreciate, and I really love this spiritual rejuvenation, and it's a whole you have to learn to let things go, right? So I'm like jumping all over the place here, because a thought just came across where I don't do this every single year, but that's more so there are personal reasons, and there are those reasons of, when there are when lots of ladies gather in one place, it's needless to say there will be drama. In order to avoid the drama, a lot of the times I will avoid going to a certain place or doing certain things. But when you get to a point where you learn to, I want to say, accept the apology that you will never receive. Let's say something happened to you and you were offended, so you make sure to honorably avoid a person. I know it sounds like I'm going left, but this is for people who know what I'm talking about, people who know me, who watch this channel, who watch my channel. When you get to a certain point in your life, you come to realize you have to accept the apology that you will never receive. Therefore, you leave everything at the door. Leave all your baggage at the door. Leave everything behind you. And you make your intentions just to come for the sake of Allah, to retain as much or gain as much knowledge or positivity that you can take from a situation. And in doing that, inshallah, you will come out with so much more benefit, and you'll come out on top. That reading of Holy Quran, even if you already know how to read, it feels so different when you are reading in a gathering of people and everyone's in a circle and everyone's memorizing or going over surahs that they have already memorized, or just rekindling or going over the hadith or the stories of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or the stories of the Sahaba Ikram, and there's nothing like it. And I am so grateful that my Shaykh has established these programs, because honestly, even at the local masjid, they try to have classes there, but they're inconsistent. They're over the weekend. People have lives, so it's not the same. And then you have these 2 weeks, 2 full weeks worth of classes that just are based on reviving Deen al-Islam. It's the most beautiful thing. And I really hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed the footage, the videos, the pictures, the classes, and whatever else. I probably did not catch everything. I'm sure I didn't capture everything. I mean, the program starts from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. and there's just a lot to capture. But I hope you do all. I've been up since 4:30. Okay. I hope you all really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed being here and able to make it. So until next time, this is what we do, or this is how I spent my winter break. My children are having a blast because their cousins are here and things like that. You know, my husband's family came down, and okay. So anyway, my husband's family came down, and I really hope you all enjoyed this video. My kids enjoyed themselves. I'm enjoying myself currently, alhamdulillah. And inshallah, I will see you all in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.